Dear students, this module is a continuation of the previous module, but I will focus more on the performance aspects in this module. Now, web-based database applications are very complex. Why? Because they are a hybrid of different technologies, tools, applications, domains, of course the network also. And all of these things have to work together. And if some parts of this application puzzle are not working properly, this will affect and impact and influence the entire performance of the application. So before I go into the performance details, first I will spend some time and finish the security aspects with reference to Java and ActiveX. Java security. Java has certain security features which are good, which is the class loader over here. Okay, you can check the system security, you can define the security levels of different actions which are taking place, and you can also ensure that things are happening within the given desired established allocated security levels. Java is, so if you're thinking about making web-based secure applications, these are the features which are there in the Java. Bytecode verifier checks for the format, checks if there is overflow or underflow, checks that there is no illegal data conversion. That is there in the Java security. There's a security manager over there also, which enforces the security policies. It means you can make the security policies. Through this security manager, you can enforce the security policies and prevent the attack on the client. You are the client, you are the browser. It prevents the attack on you. So Java has some desirable security features. Now we go over the ActiveX Security. As I have discussed before, ActiveX is for Internet Explorer. Okay, Com and Ole, I will talk more about it. And for downloaded content, because as part of your web-based applications, you may be downloading files, audio files, video files, cookies also, other things also. So that is catering for the download content and more. Working of ActiveX works for uncertified certification authority certificates. It means that it is up to you that when you are downloading an application or download an applet or run something, it is up to you, your choice, that you are getting something from an unauthorized, uncertified certification authority, and it is up to you for the you to decide if you want to go ahead with it or you don't want to go ahead with it. So these are you have to make this trade-off, so please be careful about it. Then are the performance issues. Of course, I will not go into a lot of details, but I will just briefly touch upon these performance issues. Network consistency. Everything is moving over the network, packets dropped, traffic congestion, links down, problems, server down. Okay, so these are all issues are happening. So these all of them affect the performance, because you may have very best client and server resources which are over here, but if the in between network traffic is not reliable, okay, is jittery, new word, is jittery, then you don't get consistent performance, which is there in a traditional client server environment, two-tier environment. There's that kind of network is not there, shareable. Then are the client and server resources. Of course, if you have powerful resources at the client end and the server end, you get good response. Of course, your client is thin, but the server in a cloud environment is powerful, can give you good performance. We'll talk about it more detail. Database performance. Okay, what database you have, how you have designed it, what is the schema, okay, what are its inherent strengths. Content delivery. You are downloading audio, video or animation. Have you compressed it? What is the format? Have you divided it? And so on. State maintenance. We have talked about it. Cookies, URLs, session IDs. Because if you maintain the state and you can continue with that state, then you don't have to again and again do these things for the state, which we have discussed in detail prior module. Client side processing, that we discussed a lot of detail. Programming languages, which programming language you should be using. You should use Java, or you should use only JavaScript, or you should use C or C++ in a CGI environment, or you should use some GUI tools, okay, for those database bridges, gateways. Peak usage, design your system for the peak use is fine, but how frequent or infrequent is that peak use? So if you have designed your system for a peak and that peak only happens maybe once in a lifetime, is that desirable? Or you design for a system for a certain peak which is not very high, of course then it's not a peak or a second peak. And then application design, this is very important. So what I will do is, in the next slide I will just briefly go over 2 or 3 of these points in more detail to give you an idea. Network consistency I've talked about over here, and of course the peak. Application design. Now what happens is that design takes a lot of time, right? And if some certain things are not covered in the design and you say, okay, we will look at it later, that later never comes. What happens is that if there is a design flow that ripples out, it will affect everything it will touch. And why this application design issue comes? When this design is outsourced or the development is outsourced. If the design is done in-house and the development is outsourced, and the quality measures are not stringent at the outsourced organization entity as compared to the in-house, then your application design is not going to be very useful. Your application will have the flaws which will cost you dearly to fix them if they were not fixed. So that is in-house versus outsourcing. I hope you get the picture. Thank you very much.